Today we are going to develop a mobile app on the working of a popular e-commerce website. Okay, so let's start coding the things. So this is the first screen that the user is going to come across. So there are two fields information of which the user needs to enter here. Now before this, what I want is, if the user is new on this platform, I want him to click on this button, and he should get automatically redirected to this sign up screen. So how can I do that? First of all, I need to define the code for this button, right? So I'm going to use this on event block first. Okay, and then I am going to put here set screen, right? That's how I can I can code the app, and I can redirect him to screen 2. What is the idea of this? Create your Amazon account. It should be create account 1. Okay, this is what the ID I've defined while designing this app. Where is that? Create account 1. Yeah, this is the one, and I want him to get redirected to screen 2. Now when the user will come on screen 2, here he will be required to fill the information in these fields. Yeah, for these fields he will be required to fill up the information, and after that, when he will hit this button, create your Amazon account, I want him to get redirected to screen 1. So how can I do that? For doing that, I am going to again make use of this on event block. What is the idea of this? It is button 5. So here I'm going to select button 5 from this drop down. This is the one. Now what are the things I want? Your name, email address, password. These are the things that I want from the user to enter here. Now when the user is going to enter this information here, I want a table to get created on the browser of this mobile app, in which all the information should get stored. So for doing that, what I will do is I'm going to make use of this create record block, put it here, and on the basis of the email address that the user is going to enter here, I want a table should get created. So I would like to take out the text the user is going to enter here. Where is the get text block? This is the one. So this is the one I will be using here. And what is the ID of this? It is email 2. Okay, so here from this drop down I'm going to select email 2 option. Where is that? Email 2. This is the one. So we are going to select this. Now we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different fields we need to create over here in this table. So for doing that, what is the first thing? It is name. So this is a field where the name is going to get stored. Okay, I'm removing this thing for now, placing a comma, and after that it is email address. Okay, so this is where the email address is going to get stored of the user. Fine. After that it is password. Okay, and what else is there? Re-enter password is there, and then it is mobile number. This is the last field. Okay, now how to get the name from this text box over here, input box over here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the same code. This is the one that I'm going to copy from here, and I'm going to put it here, as well as I'm going to put it here for the email part also, for the password part also, and for the re-enter password also, and for this mobile 2. Okay, now what I want is, what is the idea of this? It is name one. So instead of this email to, I'm going to replace this email to with name one. If you have seen my previous lectures, you must be knowing about these things. Why I am replacing these things over here. Password 2, I'm going to replace, I need to replace this with password 2. And please do let me know about your views, okay, in the comment section. And do subscribe to my channel so that I can get motivated and make for you guys new videos or new ideas. And please do share with me your ideas too in the comment section, so on which you want me to develop games and mobile apps. Re-enter, what is the idea of this? It is re-enter. Okay, we are going to select it afterwards. Mobile 2 it is. Mobile 2. Let's see if we'll, okay, there is some error getting reflected over here. So what is the error? Yeah, now I think it will work fine. Yeah. So for this re-enter password, where is that re-enter password field? Yeah, this is the one that I need to select. So everything is good to go. Now when the user will hit this button 5, automatically a table with all these fields that I've defined over here will get created automatically. Okay, and all the information will get stored in these fields. Now what I want is the user should get redirected back on the screen 1. So that's how I can make him go redirected, right? So now when he will come on this screen 1, there is one more thing. This button is also there in case the user gets, in case it's an existing user, and in case if he clicks on this button by mistake and gets redirected to screen 2, I would like him to click on this button and redirect himself back on screen 1. So how can I do that? I need to define the code for this also. So we are going to make use of this on event block again. And what is the idea of this? It is, this is how this screen looks like. Okay, it is button 6. So when the user is going to click button 6, I want him to get redirected back on screen 1. This is how I can do that, right? Okay, so we are done with coding, defining the code for all the fields of screen 2. Now what else do we require? What else are we required to do? Now for the signing in option, we need to verify the details, right? Whether the user is whether the user has entered the correct details or not. In case he has not entered the correct details, an error message should get reflected in the debug portion. Okay, that's what we can do. Now how are we going to do that? So first of all, we will be requiring an on event block code. Okay, and what is the idea of this? It is sign in 1. So I'm going to select sign in 1 from this drop down. So when the user is going to hit this button, I want whatever data he has entered in these two fields. First of all, I'm going to read the records, right? I would like to read the records from which table? From this email ID table, right? Because on the basis of the same, we are creating the tables on our data browser. So here in this my table part, what we are going to do is we are going to copy. Is it possible for us to copy this thing? I think no. Let's make use of this get text block. Where is that get text block? Okay, so we are going to copy this, we are going to put it here. And what is the idea of this? It is email 1. So from this drop down, we are going to select email 1. this is the one that we are required to select. And after that, okay, so this is a required for loop which is going to read for us the records from the table. Let us convert it into the text-based code. Now here, as you know, we need to define an if loop for checking the condition. Now what is the condition that we require to check? If this password, if so first of all we are going to make use of this thing and we are going to put it here. If get text ID of this is password1, if the text the user is going to enter in this password1 field, if it matches, if it is equals to what is the field in which the password is getting stored, let us check that also. So I think we can find it out here. Okay, this password is a field. Okay, so we need to put here password. Okay, and what I want, if suppose the information, the password information which he has inputted here, if it is correct, what I want him to do, I want him to get redirected on screen 3. Okay, this is where he can shop for the required product. So I'm going to set, again I'm going to make use of the set screen option, and here in place of screen 1 I'm going to write screen 3. Let's convert it back into blocks. So this is how the code is going to look like. Okay, this is a 1, so the password, if this information is true, so he is going to get redirected to screen 3. Now what if the information is not correct? What should happen in that case? I want, in the else part, I would like to define in the console log an error message should get reflected. Password or email is not correct. So this is what is going to happen. This is a message that is going to get reflected in case the information is not right. Now when the user will hit this button, he will get redirected to screen 3 in case if the password and email ID he has entered is correct. Now if suppose he wants to, this is the design that I've given to this page. Okay, now in case if he wants to purchase a mobile, so what is the text of this mobile? It is mobile 3. So for that I need to again make use of this on event block, right? ID is mobile 3, so from this drop down I need to select mobile 3. When the user will click on this mobile 3 option, he should get redirected to screen 4. I am going to show you the layout screen 4 very soon. Just give me a short moment. So he's going to get redirected to screen 4. Now here on this screen 4, if he wants to purchase this mobile from here, okay, what is the ID of this? It is mobile 4. So similarly I am going to redirect him on screen 5 by using this ID mobile 4. Okay, this is how you can connect your screens. And remember one thing, while getting redirected from one screen to another, the information you have entered on the first screen, it will not get eliminated from the screen. Remember this thing. So you can use the information you have entered on one screen on the other screen too, while you are navigating between the screens. So what is the idea of this? It is mobile phone. When the user will hit this image over here, I want him to get redirected to screen 5. See how simple it is. Now when he will get redirected to screen 5, he has got two options. This is the total amount he's going to get, and here when he will hit this buy now option, where is that on event block? Yeah, this is the one. So what is the idea of this? It is buy now 5. So from this drop down I need to select buy now 5. Where is that ID? Buy now 5. Okay, this is the one, and I want him to get redirected on screen 6. Okay, then where is that set screen option? Yeah, this is the one. So he will get redirected on screen 6. Now when he will come on screen 6, here he will get the total reflected. Here you will get to see the total. Okay, the user is going to get to see the total. Here he need to scan this Paytm code that I have placed, and automatically he will receive a Paytm code. When he will scan this barcode over here, he will receive a Paytm code. He need to enter this Paytm code here and his full address here, and then he needs to click on this enter button. So I need to define the code for this enter button. The idea of this button is enter 6. So when the user is going to hit this enter 6 button, what should happen? Automatically one more table should get created where the email ID the user has entered and his his complete address and Paytm code should get stored. So what I will be doing is for creating the record, for creating a table, I will be using this thing, this create record block. Now here the ID with which the table will get created. What should be the ID with which the table should get created? That's what I need to think about. Let's say the ID is this Paytm code. Okay, let's make use of this Paytm code the user is going to enter here. Fine. So for that we can again make use of this get text option. Where is that? Get text option. Yeah, this is a one. Okay, and what is the ID of this Paytm code? It is code 6. See, it is an idea that I'm giving you guys, so you can use it in whatever form you want. So I'm going to convert it back into text. What are the three things I need to store? The first thing is the email, of course. Okay, the email ID. From where I'm going to get the email address from? You remember on screen 1 we entered the email address, so the information from here is not going to get eliminated automatically when you will navigate between the screens that we have designed over here. So we are going to pick up the email address from here. It is email 1 and it is email 1, right? So from here we are going to pick up this detail. How can we do that? By using this get text code email 1. Fine. And after that what we require is this address. So we are going to put this address here, and we are going to make use of this get text option. Address 6 is ID of this field, and what is the Paytm code? It is code 6. So we are going to copy this thing from here, okay, and we are going to paste it as it is for the Paytm code, or else let's say code. Okay, so that's how we can define the code for this block. Besides, we want the user to get redirected to screen 7 once he is done with entering the information for these two fields on clicking this button. When he hit this button, I want him to get redirected on screen 7. So I think that's how I can get it done, right? Just a second, let me just convert it back into block-based code first. I'm going to come down and let me place this set screen here. Okay, after this create record block, I want him to get redirected on screen 7. So here on screen 7 he will be getting the confirmation. So here is a total, and now here I've got two text boxes, one is this and one is this. So here I want the address the user has entered here while creating the record on on screen 6. I want that address to get reflected over here. So for doing that, what I can do is I can make use of, I think inside this only I can do this, right? Inside, after this set screen I can do this. So I'm going to make use of this read record option. Where is that read record? This is the one, and I'm going to put it here. What I want to read is the records dot address, because the address is going to get saved in the address field. So for that, what I am going to do, I'm going to remove this part from here. Let me just copy this thing. Okay, and I'm removing this part from here now. So where is that set text option? This is the one, and again I'm going to make use of this set text option. Let me just convert it back into block based code, and here, just a second, need to check something. Yep, it is fine. Now here, what is the ID of this? It is address 71. So here I'm going to write down address 71, and here I'm going to select address 72, which is the ID of this text box. And in place of this text, I want to get the text from the address field of the table, right? So that's how I can do this. And here also I want the same thing to do. We are required to do one more thing. We are required to change the name of this table here, right? Because when the user is going to hit this button over here, this enter button over here, so the table name that is going to get created, it is with the name of the code that the user is going to enter here, right? So we need to what we need to do is we need to get the text, okay, from the code 6 table, right? Code 6, where is that code 6? This is the one. What we can do is, instead of putting it here inside this uneven block, we can make use of another uneven block, okay, and put this read records inside that. Now here what we are going to define is this, the ID of this is address 71. Okay, so we are going to define it as address 71. So when the user will click on this address 71, the records will get fetched from this table get text code 6, and they will get reflected here on these you know text boxes inside these what we call text areas. Okay, let's see whether we'll be able to fetch the required information or not. So we are going to make use of this link in order to test the app. So what you have to do is you have to copy the link and paste it in the URL part of so what so what we are going to do is we are going to test the app using this link, and this is a URL part of the browser where we can paste the link. When you'll hit enter, you'll come across a screen where you will get to see the mobile view of the app you have developed. So this is how the mobile app is going to look like. Let us create an account first. So this is the required information. Let me create the account. Let's see whether I'll be able to sign in or not using this information I've entered. Yes, I'm able to sign in. I want to purchase mobiles. This is a screen. Let's click on buy now. Here I need to enter my address. So Shastri Nagar, Yabad P20. This is my address. Here let's say this is a pin code that I have received on scanning this code. So when I will click on this enter, I will get redirected on the screen. Let's click here. So I'm getting the address here. Fine. So this is the complete order, and this is how the app is going to work. If you like the video, if you really like the video, really like the concept, please do like and subscribe to my channel, and also please share the link of this video with the other colleagues of yours so that they can also enjoy coding free of cost. Thank you very much, and God bless you all with a great future. Have a nice day.